Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jocelyn Lovely. So good to see you guys here today. This reading is for my Scorpios. I'm not gonna lie, this reading's a little rough, okay? So don't shoot the messenger here, but if anybody was meant to hear this or if anybody that can handle this type of reading, it would be a Scorpio. So I'm a Scorpio rising. So anyways, we're gonna start off here with the Knight of Cups. I'm going to take a look at this with the Queen of Cups, right? I'm going to do both of these. Now, when you take a look at these cards, they look really pretty together, right? Really gorgeous, very animated, very loving, all cup energy, very, very beautiful love energy. The only problem I have with this is when I started to look really deep inside, right? If you take a look at this stream of water that's going around, you see all of these fish, all of this like stars, all of these suns. It just seems very like fantasy land. It just almost seems to me like somebody who has a pair of like, sorry y'all, but it seems like I'm dealing with somebody who uses or sees love as like fantasy, or they equate love with some type of fantasy that's not real. Very like rose-colored tinted glasses type of love. I'm talking to somebody who maybe is very overgiving, very maybe has a false sense of reality with what love is. It could also mean like maybe some type of how can I say this? It's somebody that may be just expecting a little too much out of love or people in general. Maybe it's some type of love that you see on TV, but isn't necessarily reality based. So I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying because, I have that sometimes where, you can see somebody and think, oh my God, it's like grandiosity, right? You see them and you just elevate everything about them and have these high set expectations, which later we realize that ends up blowing up in your face, right? It actually happens a lot to people. This is very common. So please don't shoot the messenger. Then we have the Ace of Cups with the Ace of Swords. See, usually this would mean really good things, but again, I'm getting this very like type of love that I feel like you're somebody that loves so much that you're putting yourself in harm's way sometimes, right? Because you go around thinking, if I could just find the one person that can give me the type of love that I can give them, then we'd be golden, we'd be happy. But you end up finding people that can't really give you what you need or want. And the thing about it is that you can see someone and then automatically your head, it's like your head, this looks like clouds, like your head in the clouds or your heart in the clouds. It's like fantasy, right? You start daydreaming about things with people that can never give you what you need. So that's like a red flag right there, right? That needs to be checked. That's something that needs to be really healed and meditated from, right? There's a reason why there's a lot of equating love with fantasy, right? There's something that this fantasy is giving you that you cannot, that keeps you going. It's giving you such a high, such a thrill that maybe it's keeping you from seeing like things that you need to tend to on a daily basis. Followed by the Ace of Swords, right? Again, swords, it's like the mental state, right? It's really being able to discern and perceive what is right from wrong or what is actually true from not. But when you pair these two up, it's kind of like even your mind, because your heart's so in tune and involved and really wants to be loved, your mind is also going with it, right? So there's no clarity there. There's no distinction. Or even if you try to make distinction, it's like hard because maybe you're attracting people who are giving you this false sense of reality. They're giving you this fake ass illusionary vision of what your life with him or her would be, but it's not really true. It's all talk. It's like they see you and they probably assume that, this person's so loving. I want what they have. I know I'm not good enough. I know I can't give them what they deserve and what they're asking for, but I'm going to pretend. And so this is where discernment really comes into play, because with the wrong person, there's people out there who always get played by these dudes or girls that are, trying to be something that they're not, right? Love bombing and shit. That's like very fantasy. It's very scary, actually. If you really think about it, step back and discern it. Love bombing is like a total red flag. But you see it, right? You get the Seven of Swords here. You see this energy here, deceptive energy that goes around in your life, mostly because maybe you're drawn to it. Oh, I felt that. Sorry, whoever I'm talking to, I'm so sorry. This happens to me too, okay? I can't tell you something that I don't tell myself, okay? But this is very deceptive energy, very betrayal. Like if you're always dealing with some type of betrayal left and right from a partner or friends or whatever, it's because of issues with discerning who is actually about it and who's not. And there's some healing that needs to take place here. That's why fantasy takes it in an overdrive. It's like a coping mechanism, so that you don't have to deal with reality. And yeah, with reality. But here you are. I think I'm talking to somebody who knows that this is a pattern of theirs, so they've been focusing on working on themselves. Whoever out there is single, really trying to stay sober or trying to deal with any type of love addictions, anything like that, you are doing the right thing, right? Because now that you're sitting here and dealing with yourself and realizing that this is a problem, you got a tower coming. Even if you're somebody that doesn't know that this is an issue, or if you know it's an issue but you don't really understand the magnitude of it, this is why towers always happen. These are course corrections in your life that have to come in, because you're strayed so far off what's beneficial to you. Right? This whole journey is about you and your own growth. Well, you can't sit here and focus on your own growth if you're out there focusing on anybody else and loving them and giving them whatever they need and giving them the world, and then you're forgetting about yourself. This is exactly why towers always come up. Always. Because when you give somebody all this love, then you start having these expectations that if I love you this way, then you got to love me back this way. And when they don't, that's when the rose tinted colored glasses come off and you see it for what it really is. That's usually when source has to step in, right? But this is a valuable lesson that you had to learn and are learning right now as we speak. You done went around this damn circle too many times, right? Being all these sense of directions left and right, did not know where you were going, were not able to see clearly, were not able to set a perfect specific course or destination. All of that is over. You're about to learn a really hard lesson about what it is to choose yourself and not over fantasize somebody else as your potential partner and what they're going to give you and this and that. That's over. You're really realizing that these people cannot give you that. The only one that could give you that type of love and sincerity and devotion is you. Anybody else that's trying to love bomb you and all that, you know that's when you got to run. That's a red flag. So we're ending with the Ten of Pentacles. Essentially, if you start seeing yourself as the Ten of Pentacles and start living your truth with as you are, taking the rose-colored glasses off and really living life and understanding that this love needs to go to you first and you only, you'll get to the Ten of Pentacles. Because nobody else can give you this but you, like I said. There in turn, you can teach others to do the same. I can't tell you this if I'm not doing it myself, if I'm not learning these lessons myself, okay? I'm a person who, by back and forth, was so angry with people that I was with in relationships because, I would say, oh, I gave them everything, and I wasn't enough. They kept choosing their family over me. They kept choosing their friends over me. They kept choosing themselves and their egos over me. Well, guess what? They showed me that those actions before I even got with them. But I chose to see a higher version of them. It's always me thinking, well, I can fix them. I can change them. We are meant to be. We're compatible. We're sexually attracted, right? But ultimately, we all know that just because you're sexually attracted to somebody, just because you love somebody, doesn't mean you guys are meant to be. Doesn't mean you guys are walking in the same direction. Doesn't mean you guys have the same purpose or drive or have the same amount of healing or respect for each other. So, yeah, sorry, Scorpio, this is what it is. Anybody out there that's dealing with this, I understand. But if you're wondering why you keep getting this tower, it's because of that. This course correction is essential. Ultimately, your guides don't give a fuck. Your guides do not care about anybody else you're with. They're focused on is you. Their priority is you and making sure you learn these lessons, because they don't want you to keep making the same mistakes left and right. If you want to do it, go ahead, but they're going to keep guiding you and directing you to doing this on your own, because that's what you need. If you want to heed the call, by all means. If you want to go back and it could be a different person, it's the same lesson. You're not going to grow, you're not going to learn. You're going to keep going on the karmic wheel until you learn that nobody else can save you. Nobody else can give you that. It has to come from you, and they're going to keep being there, loving you and supporting you, because that's all they can do. But they're always going to have to intervene with these towers, hoping that one day you get this lesson and you stay on your own, sober in abstinence for a while. So, yeah. All right, my Scorpios, I love you.